Gerald Meerschaert against Krzysztof Jotko.
Good one to open the main card, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Meerschaert's kind of turned it around recently, but like I was saying about Marc-Andre Barrio, like Meerschaert serves a purpose in the UFC. And if you released him, he'd go and win a belt somewhere else, and then the UFC would probably re-sign him. So he's in a bit of a weird holding pattern that he needs to break through. I mean, he's got 3 finishes now. So he subbed, after losing to Hamzat, knockout 17 seconds, he subbed Bartosz Verbinski, who is a very, very strong grappler, guillotined him, power guillotine from Mount. And that was a solid performance. And that was quick as well. Then he fought Mahmoud Muradov, who I was feeling like the UFC were high on Muradov. I think he was on like a 14-fight win streak coming into it. And
yeah.
You remember, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this fight, yeah.
I think he was on like a 14-fight win streak, and, he's marketable, he speaks well, he's a good-looking dude, he had a solid record with a lot of experience. And I kind of felt like, what was his... Yeah,
he was on Mayweather's team, wasn't he?
That was it,
Yeah, like Mayweather signed him. He was kind of like seen as like the next big thing in the division, wasn't he?
12, 13... He was on a 14-fight win streak. And then Meerschaert rear naked choked him, and it was a lovely finish as well. The way he punched his arm through. I don't know about this one, because I'm like, Jotko's he's a bit ploddy. You know what I mean? Like if you he's a decisioner. Like that's his thing, and he's been stopped a couple of times. Like Uriah Hall stopped him clean. I don't know how he gets on here against Meerschaert. I feel like he might overextend, and he might be winning the fight until he gets subbed.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like that might happen. Mm-hmm. Like he's gonna find like a steady. Well, he's a southpaw. It's like a steady range and just kind of pick at him and poke and just kind of constant third gear kind of speed. And Meerschaert's going to get a bit beaten up from the outside, but might land a couple of shots himself. He might even hurt Jotko in the 3rd round and be able to take him down and sub him. Both of these guys, I feel, are in that same situation. Like they're not quite able to breach the top 15, but they're lingering.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like Meerschaert. I think I can see this fight. I do think Meerschaert's going to win, because I can see him being able to like close it, get the takedown, and work himself to a submission. But I can also see it going a bit like the like Jotko's fight against Serkinov, where he's just Serkinov's kind of looking for the takedown, doesn't really quite, because he did show a lot of like good takedown defense and avoided it as like really well. So I can see it going a little bit like that, and maybe Jotko just kind of picking him off a little bit.
Yeah,
but I think Meerschaert he's on a good streak as well, like 3-fight winning streak. I think he might be able to get a sub in this one.
I'm feeling the same. It's just, I mean, you look at Meerschaert's record and it's ridiculous. He's had 48 pro fights, right? He's trained by Duke Rufus, so his striking isn't the strong part of his game, but he's got someone around him constantly that's trying to improve that part about him. But he's a very strong jiu-jitsu black belt. 48 fights, 34 wins and 14 losses, but of 34 wins, he's got 26 by submission. It's crazy. 26 by submission.
Is that the most in that division, isn't it?
Is it really? Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, it would make sense. It would make sense. I mean, he has been submitted as well. I mean, Jack Hermansson submitted him. With the Hermansson fight, it was about aggression and pace, and that's the reason Hermansson won. He dominated top position, he landed really good ground and pound shots, and just continually did damage. And like Meerschaert is hittable, and he can be lazy and he can be sloppy, and it does get him in trouble. But then Jotko doesn't really ever get out of 3rd gear. Like, I mean, you look down his record, and it's all decisions apart from when he's been stopped. And, I think he's got one stoppage on his record, and it was against Tamden McCrory. And I know Tamden McCrory because I've been around. He was the barn cat, but, that was back in 2016.
Jeez, yeah.
Like latest by decision, then he lost to David Branch on a split, then he got stopped by Hall and Tavares. And both stopped him in a very similar way as well. Like Hall's was a bit longer. He threw a straight right and hit him on the chin and just kind of dropped him on the spot. Tavares did him up against the fence. He kind of closed in on him, but both times it was just a right hand on the chin, and he went straight down. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm not saying that I don't think that Meerschaert's got the power to really knock him out cold, but I think he can rock him and force him to maybe level change, and then we see a scramble.
Yeah,
I think Meerschaert might rear naked choke him in the third after losing the first 2 rounds.
Yeah,
that's what makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think so. I think the same. I mean, I can't see Jotko. He's not really got that start, because I feel like Meerschaert gets a little bit overwhelmed, like the same with like Chimaev fight.
Yeah,
I just closed him down straight away and managed to find that shot. But I don't think Jotko's gonna really put it on him enough to make him feel like overwhelmed or under pressure. So yeah, I feel like it would probably be like a second, third round finish for Meerschaert.
For sure. Yeah, I could see that. Like most of the times when he struggled, like Chimaev and Heinisch and Jack Hermansson, he struggled because it was an intense first round where they put it on him immediately. And I think the fact that Chimaev only took 17 seconds, a part of the work was already done by the aura around Chimaev and the kind of fear that he'd already instilled in a lot of fighters. Like, you can imagine how he felt when he got that call. He's like, oh, okay, here we go again. Like, I'm the filtration process to see if this guy is actually elite or not. Like, it's like an elite level gatekeeper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not. There's no insult intended in gatekeeper, especially when you're at the elite level of gatekeeper. But yeah, I feel like the top 20, 30 fighters in the world beat him, but the majority of people in the world don't.
Yeah, for sure.
He's probably worldwide. He's probably ranked about 25th of middleweights.
They have it on Tapology, don't they?
Do they really? Yeah.
I think they're like worldwide rating, world ranking.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, number 19.
19.
Current best MMA middleweight fighter.
Okay, I wasn't far off.
Yeah.
Who have they got outside of the UFC above him? Have they got, obviously, Gegard Mousasi, and are there many fighters outside of the UFC above him?
Dricus du Plessis is above him.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, Jotko's 16.
Okay. So I would say Meerschaert, like, look at Derrida.
Oh, Nasruddin Imavov.
Okay.
He's above him. He's number 10.
Right.
And then the rest.
The rest are all
the
UFC.
rest are all UFC, yeah.
Surely can't. Gegard Mousasi must be there.
Mousasi's number 20, one behind.
That
him.
is fucking madness.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no offense intended to Gerald Meerschaert, but there's no fucking way that Gegard Mousasi is underneath. There's no way. Mousasi's top 5.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bullshit. Yeah,
I don't know who does these.
I don't know how. I think that is that one not statistical?
It must be, surely.
I think it might be statistical. So maybe the reason why Mousasi's lower than him is because he's probably got a couple more losses on his record because he's been fighting for 200 years.
Because Sean Strickland's number 4.
Okay, so then we know it's bullshit. What are the UFC rankings say? Oh no, Sean Strickland's number 4 on the UFC rankings as well. That's fucking madness. He's got such a ugly style, Sean Strickland has. It was like when he fought Jotko, I'm like, I've got to watch this fight because it's kind of my job. But if I was just a fan, I'd probably just let this one slide by. Yeah, I agree. I think Meerschaert's gonna have a rough couple of rounds and then sub him.
Yeah.
He's just that kind of fighter. 28 wins by submission, 6 knockouts, but yeah, it's just not gonna happen. I think I could see him catching Jotko, hurting him. Like he caught Eric Spicy with that kick to the body, didn't he?
He's got wicked body kicks. Meerschaert, really hard.
Yeah,
powerful ones.
I could see him wellying a shot into the body. Southpaw v Southpaw as well. Although Jotko does switch, doesn't he? They're both same height and reach. Oh shit! I've not even been using the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, so 34 and 14 for Meerschaert, 23 and 5 for Jotko. Both 6'1", both with a 77-inch reach, both Southpaw. Both with 6 wins by knockout. But look at the subs. 1 from Jotko and 26 from... And look at all the fucking decisions from Jotko.
That's pretty impressive on Meerschaert's part.
Isn't it? Yeah. No, Meerschaert by rear naked choke. 3rd round, that's what I'm saying. I'm going very specific with this one.
Yeah, same.